Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I call this Common Council meeting of the City of Dunkirk to order on this 4th day of June 2024, 5:30 p.m. Clerk, please conduct the roll call.
Councilmember Bowiak?
Here.
Councilmember Yerrico?
Here.
Councilmember Stoyl?
Here.
Councilmember Nichols?
She's excused.
Councilmember at Large Weiser?
Here. Thank you, Clerk. Please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance. I
pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Next, we have the certification of prior meetings.
This is to certify that an official copy of the minutes of the Common Council meeting of Tuesday, May 21, was presented to the mayor on Thursday, May 30th, pursuant to Section 3.03 of the Dunkirk City Charter. All items presented to the mayor are now in full force and effect, in witness whereof I have here to set my hand and seal of the City of Dunkirk this 4th day of June 2024.
Is there a motion to dispense with the reading of the minutes and approve them as presented? Moved by Councilmember Yerrico, seconded by Councilmember Luskowiak. Clerk, please call the roll.
Councilmember Luskowiak?
Aye.
Councilmember Yerrico?
Aye.
Councilmember Stoyl?
Aye.
Councilmember at Large Weiser?
Aye. The minutes are approved as presented. Now move to privilege of the floor.
The privilege of the floor shall be extended to any person appearing for themselves, in which case each individual appearing shall be limited to 3 minutes, and to any person representing any group who shall be limited to a maximum time of 5 minutes. The privilege of the floor is reserved for members of the public to speak on any subject pertinent to the affairs of city government. The city clerk shall have the duty of maintaining such time limits, and the chair may determine in their discretion whether individuals are speaking for themselves or representing groups. The chair shall maintain good order and may require any speaker to cease speaking if remarks are made in bad taste or are slanderous or not germane. The time limits specified above shall be adhered to, except the chair may allow any person speaking to complete a statement or thought started before such time expires, and a longer time may be allowed by the chair with approval of a majority of the council.
Privilege of the floor is now open. If there are any members of the public who wish to speak, please step forward, state your name and address, and address the council.
Good afternoon. Steve Reese here for Revitalize Dunkirk. My address is 433 Dove Street in the city. I just wanted to bring to your attention a couple of points of clarification with regard to the watering of trees, which I'm sure is just what you all want to hear about. After the last council meeting, the last time I stood at this microphone, I expressed significant concerns about ongoing capability of the city to fulfill an agreement that we had to water those trees at the point using the gator when it was not being used for hanging baskets up and down Central Avenue and 4th Street. Immediately after the last council meeting, I was in contact with Jason Sislevich via email and later on with a phone conversation. I was also in contact with Randy Woodbury, also in that same email, stating essentially that Revitalize Dunkirk would not need the good offices of the Parks Department to water the trees in Point Gratiot. We have absolved them of that obligation, if you will. We immediately formed a tree watering committee because we run on committees, and that consists of about 8 people at this point. And quite honestly, the time that it takes to get those trees watered now has been reduced by about half because we bought a new hose that weighs just an awful lot less, and it's easier for geezers. Don't use that, MJ. It's easier for old people to handle, and we successfully got through the park in about an hour and a half last Friday, and we anticipate being able to do that again at least once per week, depending on the weather. I will be scheduling another watering for Friday, and if it becomes necessary, I can call on those good folks to come and assist multiple times a week if necessary. And so there's our story. We're sticking to it. The City Parks Department now will only need to be watering hanging baskets using the gator and whatever obligations they've entered into for other purposes for that. So I hope that clears the air. I hope it makes things a little more understandable and perhaps less contentious. And so I thank you for your attention.
Thank you, Mr. Reese. Anyone else who wishes to speak? Mr. Frederickson.
Gary Frederickson, 750 Deer Street, Dunkirk. I just had a question / suggestion. I had company in town a week and a half ago from North Carolina dealing with properties. Down there at properties, almost everybody lives in developments. They have HOAs that monitor their properties and what they can and can't do with them and how they have to be kept up and maintained. And it got me thinking as we were driving around Dunkirk that their comment was the lake shore looks great, but when you get a block off the lake, the appearance changes. And I was thinking if we have a building codes office in the city, and there's 4 weeks in a month and 4 wards in Dunkirk, I'm wondering why building codes couldn't spend 1 week each month driving around each ward, make a list of issues, deficiencies in properties or houses, and then the following month when they went back through, they could check their list, see if those repairs have been made. If they haven't, issue a warning letter to the property owner, and then the following month, which would be 2 months, check their list, and if the repairs still haven't been made, then I'm thinking levy a fine against the homeowner and attach it to their property taxes, so it has to get paid. They can't just avoid paying it then. But I think if we get building codes out moving around the city instead of waiting for issues to be brought to them, I think we could make the city look a whole lot better than it does now if we fix up some of the properties. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Frederickson. Anyone else?
What do you think of that?
He's described what we do already. Like in this season, we go through a ward every day for grass letters and things like that.
Can I comment real quick?
Does he still have time?
Gary?
Sure.
Still has another minute.
I'll make it really quick. First, I haven't seen anybody from the city driving on my block in months or possibly even years. I have properties really close to mine that have issues that have not been addressed. In the 26 years that I've lived in my house, a particular house has looked the same as it does now, and it hasn't changed at all. I have a person near me who mows her lawn 3 times a year. When the grass gets to be a couple feet high, then she'll cut it. Other than that, but I haven't seen anybody from the city driving on my block.
Thank you. Anyone else wishing to speak? Going once, twice. Privilege of the floor is now closed. Now let's move to communications from the mayor, including disapproval messages. Mayor Dovias.
Well, as everybody knows, yesterday was a big day for our community. Finally, we have some momentum going with the release of the funds for the new hospital, and that's exciting news. We're looking forward to the growth that that's going to spur, and obviously the newspaper has reported on the housing developments that are going to go in. Again, those are not low-income housing. Those are workforce housing. There will be a daycare facility, and we're very excited that a private investor is coming in to develop our properties. That's all I have.
Thank you, Mayor. Now we'll address communications from the public and petitions.
Request number 1, request from the Kosciuszko Club requesting Nevin Street be closed to traffic on Saturday, July 6, 2024, from 5 p.m. to 12 a.m. for their annual street dance.
Any questions or comments from the council? Hearing none, do I have a motion to refer to the appropriate departments as well as approve, subject to appropriate insurances and usual conditions? Moved by Councilmember Yerrico, seconded by Councilmember Luskoviac. Clerk, please call the roll.
Councilmember Luskoviac.
Aye.
Councilmember Yerrico.
Aye.
Councilmember Stoyl.
Aye.
Councilmember at Large Weiser.
Aye, motion carried.
Number 2, request from Vanessa Davila requesting permission to use a bounce house at Wright Park near the splash pad and playground on June 22nd, 2024, from 3 p.m. to 7 p.m.
I spoke with DPW Director Woodbury this morning to follow up on this, and I understand he has a plan in place that his department approves of. Director Woodbury, you care to speak on this?
Sure. There is a designated place west of the pickleball court, which keeps it away from the water at the splash pad. And there's also a safe electrical outlet there, so they don't have to have a generator that would have danger with gasoline and carbon monoxide. And the electricity that these bounce houses use for their fan is very minimal. So I recommend that we do as we've done before, let them have a bounce house in that location.
Thank you, Director Woodbury. Any discussion, council? Hearing none, do I have a motion to refer to the appropriate departments as well as approve, subject to appropriate insurances and usual conditions? Moved by Councilmember Luskoviac. Is there a second? Seconded by Councilmember Yerrico. Clerk, please call the roll.
Councilmember Luskowiak.
Aye.
Councilmember Yerrico.
Aye.
Councilmember Stoyl.
Aye.
Councilmember at Large Weiser.
Aye, motion carried.
Number 3, notice of claim from Paul L. Briggs for a smashed window allegedly caused by a rock thrown by kids on May 3rd, 2024.
Any discussion, council? Okay, I need a motion to refer to the Law Department, Department of Public Works. Moved by Councilmember Stoyl. Is there a second? Seconded by Councilmember Yerrico. Clerk, please call the roll.
Councilmember Luskowiak.
Aye.
Councilmember Yerrico.
Aye.
Councilmember Stoyl.
Aye.
Councilmember at Large Weiser.
Aye, motion carried.
Number 4, notice of claim from James and Carol Majewski of 10 North Gazelle Street for alleged damages caused to the sidewalk during a tree removal on October 24, 2023.
Any discussion, council? Hearing none, I need a motion to refer to the Law Department, Department of Public Works. Moved by Councilmember Luskowiak, seconded by Councilmember Yerrico. Clerk, please call the roll.
Councilmember Luskowiak.
Aye.
Councilmember Yerrico.
Aye.
Councilmember Stoyl.
Aye.
Councilmember at Large Weiser.
Aye, motion carried.
Loudspeaker permit request from, number 5, loudspeaker permit request from the Kosciuszko Club to use a sound system for their annual street dance on July 6, 2024, from 7 p.m. to 10 p.m.
Any discussion, council? Okay, do I have a motion to refer to the appropriate departments as well as approve? Moved by Councilmember Councilmember Stoyl, seconded by Councilmember Yerrico. Clerk, please call the roll.
Councilmember Luskowiak.
Aye.
Councilmember Yerrico.
Aye.
Councilmember Stoyl.
Aye.
Councilmember at Large Weiser.
Aye, motion carried.
Number 6, loudspeaker permit request from Hugh Graves of 170 Fizzle Avenue to have a live band for a wedding on July 13, 2024, from 6 p.m. to 10 p.m.
Any discussion, council? Hearing none, do I have a motion to refer to the appropriate departments as well as approve? Moved by Councilmember Stoyl, seconded by Councilmember Yerrico. Clerk, please call the roll.
Councilmember Luskowiak.
Aye.
Councilmember Yerrico.
Aye.
Councilmember Stoyl.
Aye.
Councilmember at Large Weiser.
Aye, motion carried.
Number 7, loudspeaker permit request from Robert Mays of 102 Fraser Street to have a sound system for a neighborhood picnic on August 17, 2024, from 5 p.m. to 8 p.m.
Any discussion, council? Okay, do I have a motion to refer to the appropriate departments as well as approve? Moved by Councilmember Yerrico, seconded by Councilmember Luskowiak. Clerk, please call the roll.
Councilmember Luskowiak.
Aye.
Councilmember Yerrico.
Aye.
Councilmember Stoyl.
Aye.
Councilmember at Large Weiser.
Aye, motion carried. We'll now move to reports of standing committees.
We have a walk-in. Oh. Okay.
We'll now move to reports of standing committees, boards, and commissions. Councilmember Luskowiak.
Yeah, thank you, Steve, and Revitalize Dunkirk for your continuous positive outlook and solution-oriented mindset. I would like to thank all of the Department of Public Works Department for their energetic work the last few days before Memorial Day. The different parts of the DPW worked together and went all out in getting so much done, and it showed wow for our big day. I want to give an enormous thank you to First Ward do-gooder Richard. He doesn't want to be recognized, but I want him to be, and most people in the First Ward know who he is. He cleans along Lakefront Boulevard. One can even see him with a shovel keeping the stream flowing. It's a stream that breaks up the beach on the foot of Main and Lakefront Boulevard. He states last year was the first year the stream had minnows. Thank you, Richard. The June Economic Development Committee meeting is Monday, June 10th at 4 p.m. in the Economic Development Department Conference Room, which is in the Stearns Building on the second floor, which is right next to City Hall. Randy, there are several streets with lights that have been out for quite some time, some that have been out for at least 6 months. Will you kindly explain to the residents why and a timeline of when that can be remedied?
Sure. The first round of street lights that were out numbered about 100, about 10% of the lights that were installed. And those were addressed by Beck Electric through contract with the city. But there is not a new contract to take care of the rest. We want to figure out where we're going to get the money through the budget to do that. We're concerned about it with you, and we'll work with all the departments and with the mayor and Helen and Mark and figure out how to get these lights fixed.
Thank you very much. The green space across from the Beach House Bar and Grill is in need of manicured landscaping. A lot of people from out of town come to the Beach House Grill in Wright Park, and I don't want the tourists to see it as it is, so I was hoping, Randy, you could make sure it's manicured and it could be maintained throughout the summer.
Sure.
Thank you very much.
This is the area that Councilwoman is talking about. It's one of the beaches that we use for bathing beach. We used to have more bathing beaches in the city, but Wright Park will be it for the summer. We're limited in lifeguards, and it also is the best for comfort. It doesn't have sharp rocks underfoot, and it has good water quality. So this is a Wright Park beach. The long-term plan is to extend this riprap along to protect the bank from eroding toward the beach hut, and then they'll be able to manicure that, as you mentioned, a lot more effectively. But they'll do the best they can for now. And right now, both beaches in the first ward pretty much look like the Riviera, and the beaches in the second ward are being addressed as well. We have a grader down there where it's the only piece of equipment the city has that can get on those beaches and not damage some of the newer equipment. We have good operators to work on that. We made one run, and this is the beach. It's Cedar Beach, which is a very nice beach, and people like to collect driftwood there. The plan that the Soil and Water Conservation has to redo this beach so that it doesn't have stagnant water behind the storm dunes, that's one of their primary projects. So the second ward beaches are now on the top of the list for soil and water. This one, and also the wall behind Memorial Park, is going to get riprap. It's called rock core revetment, like behind the water plant, to keep the wall from tipping over. So I'd like to thank Cassie Pinkowski and Soil and Water with the county who are working on that. They've already put about $400,000 worth of improvements to the city. They've kind of worked from east to west. So the first ward got the benefits first. Now we're working more toward the second ward beaches as well. So you're right. Needs work, but it's a work in progress, and we have the support of shared services from the county, so I'm excited about it.
That is awesome. Thank you very much. That is all.
Thank you. Councilmember Yarko?
I have nothing.
Councilmember Stoyl?
Yeah, Chief, are we progressing with our discussions on the first ward there, Boulevard?
Yeah, we've been working with Randy and Mike, and we're moving things along as quickly as we can. We've already got some wheels in motion on it, so keep you updated.
Well, all right, yeah, I just wanted to keep that going before the baseball.
Just to let you know, we have been running radar on Lakefront Boulevard on a regular basis, and I am compiling a report that I will get to you guys of speeds. They did one last week and targeted 55 vehicles already, and one was over the speed limit by 3 miles an hour. So once the report's complete, I'll get that to you guys.
Thanks, Chief. Mayor, I want to compliment you on your speech yesterday.
Thank you.
Very good.
Thank you. I appreciate that, Councilman.
And that's it.
Thank you. Good. I'd like to begin by extending my gratitude to Councilman Stoyl for stepping up and running the last Finance Committee meeting in my absence. Also pleased to report that the 2022 audit-related documents have all been submitted to our independent auditors for their review. We expect that audit to be completed by the end of July. Additionally, nearly all of the documents for the 2023 audit have been submitted, and that audit will be conducted immediately following the completion of the 2022 audit. I'm looking forward to receiving and reviewing those audit reports, as they'll provide us with a clearer and more comprehensive picture of the city's finances, which will be crucial for our budget discussions over the coming months. Another important update pertains to our municipal government software system, KVS. Support for that system is being discontinued at the end of this year. Our Personnel Administrator, Ann Davis, and Fiscal Affairs Officer, Ellen Luskowiak, are actively exploring alternative software solutions. Their goal is to modernize our information management systems and create more synergy between departments, which will streamline office operations and ultimately save us money in the long run. I'd also like to remind everyone that our next Finance Committee meeting will be held this coming Monday, June 10th, 5:30 p.m. in the Mayor's Conference Room. And finally, Councilperson Nichols asked me to make an announcement regarding the Household Hazardous Waste Drop-Off Day this Saturday, June 8th, from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. Registration forms are available in the clerk's office here at City Hall.
Councilman, I have the floor for 1 moment.
Yes.
I just want to take a moment and thank everyone for Memorial Day. All of the departments, especially DPW, they worked very closely with us to get roads blocked off and get traffic control in place. And we got everything picked up and traffic moving very quickly after the parade was done. So on behalf of the police department, I want to thank everyone for all their help. It was a great parade and we had no issues.
Absolutely, and I think I speak on behalf of all of us in commending everybody involved in their work, so thank you. Moving on, it appears there's no unfinished business or pre-filed resolutions. I understand, however, there are 3 walk-in resolutions as well as a walk-in request this evening. Clerk, would you please introduce the first walk-in request?
Number 8, walk-in request from Gary Haas of the Dunkirk Little League to use School 7 and Providence Jankel Stadium for the girls' 13 through 16 senior softball team as needed in June and July from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. for 5 or 6 games.
Okay, we'll need a motion to accept this walk-in request onto the agenda.
It's going to be referred to, you said the school?
We'll discuss it once we've accepted it onto the agenda. Moved by Councilmember Yarko, seconded by Councilmember Luskowiak. Clerk, please call the roll.
Councilmember Luskowiak?
Aye.
Councilmember Yarko?
Aye.
Councilmember Stoyl?
Aye.
Councilmember at Large Weiser?
Aye. The motion to accept the walk-in request is carried. Is there any discussion on the walk-in request, Council? Yes, Councilmember Stoyl.
Do you have any discussion?
Pardon me?
He said discussion.
No, I thought you wanted a second.
Oh, no, any discussion on this walk-in request?
Oh, I think Lillian, we're going to get a hold of Gary or...
No, that's for the recreation, youth and recreation. They would take care of that. That's not me.
Refer
That
this
would be
to
their
them and they'll get a
department.
hold of Gary.
So they'll, pardon?
They'll get a hold of Gary.
Yeah, they need to discuss this with Gary.
He can be located downstairs in the PD.
Monday, Tuesday.
Yeah.
Monday and Tuesdays?
Any further discussion? How would you like to proceed? Looking to approve or looking to refer it, council?
We have to refer it, don't we? Don't we have to refer it?
Probably refer to the recreation, youth and recreation.
Okay. Is there a motion to refer this to the Recreation Department? Moved by Councilmember Yerrico, seconded by Councilmember Luskowiak. Clerk, please call the roll.
Councilmember Luskowiak?
Aye.
Councilmember Yerrico?
Aye.
Councilmember Stoyl?
Aye.
Councilmember at-large Weiser?
Aye, carried. Clerk, please introduce the first walk-in resolution.
Walk-in resolution number 35. Resolution 35, awarding contract for mowing high grass.
Okay, again, we'll need a motion to accept it onto the agenda. Moved by Councilmember Luskowiak, seconded by Councilmember Yerrico. Clerk, please call the roll.
Councilmember Luskowiak?
Aye.
Councilmember Yerrico?
Aye.
Councilmember Stoyl?
Aye.
Councilmember at-large Weiser?
Aye. Motion to accept the walk-in resolution onto the agenda is carried. Any discussion on walk-in resolution number 35-2024, council? Hearing none, clerk, please call the roll for the vote on walk-in resolution number 35-2024.
Councilmember Luskowiak?
Aye.
Councilmember Yerrico?
Aye.
Councilmember Stoyl?
Aye.
Councilmember at-large Weiser?
Aye. The resolution has received sufficient support and is hereby adopted.
Walk-in resolution number 36, accepting grant for summer better than other camps, Chautauqua County.
Okay, is there a motion to accept the walk-in resolution onto the agenda? Moved by Councilmember Yerrico, seconded by Councilmember Luskowiak. Clerk, please call the roll.
Councilmember Luskowiak?
Aye.
Councilmember Yerrico?
Aye.
Councilmember Stoyl?
Aye.
Councilmember at-large Weiser?
Aye, motion carried. Any discussion on walk-in resolution number 36-2024? Hearing none, clerk, please call the roll for the vote on walk-in resolution number 36-2024.
Councilmember Luskowiak?
Aye.
Councilmember Yerrico?
Aye.
Councilmember Stoyl?
Aye.
Councilmember at-large Weiser?
Aye, the resolution is adopted.
Walk-in resolution number 37, authorizing the purchase of replacement Field of Dreams sign for Wright Park Little League fields.
Okay, is there a motion to accept the walk-in resolution onto the agenda? Moved by Councilmember Yerrico, seconded by Councilmember Luskowiak. Clerk, please call the roll.
Councilmember Luskowiak?
Aye.
Councilmember Yerrico?
Aye.
Councilmember Stoyl?
Aye.
Councilmember at-large Weiser?
Aye, motion carried. Any discussion on walk-in resolution 37-2024?
I have most recently found out the declining demise of funds in the C's grant, which we are going to use for this project. I have been told different amounts, different reasons. I'm not sure why. I don't have the facts, but I do know the city is in dire financial straits. I am happy we can help with the Field of Dreams sign, and last year with the scoreboard, it is within the scope of the C's fund. However, that is most likely all we will be able to do for quite a while. Again, I admire our mayor for pushing and pulling us through these challenging times.
Any further discussion?
Councilman, can I address the council, please?
Yes.
So I would just like to ask the council not to pass this resolution. When this invoice was first brought to the city, the Little League representatives had stated that if the city was in a financial crisis, that they would do their own fundraising for this. But then I know that they had reached out to other council members and asked that this resolution be introduced. Obviously, as Councilwoman Luskowiak just said, the funds in that account are rapidly decreasing. And again, I know you guys just passed the camp resolution last council meeting, increasing fees. We may need to start looking at alternatives to summer camp up at Camp Gross. So I would caution everybody to be very thrifty with those cease funds. If we need to bring playground rec back, we will need those funds to purchase equipment.
Thank you, Mayor.
Thank
Any
you.
further discussion, council? Okay, seeing none, clerk, please call the roll for the vote on walk-in resolution number 37-2024.
Councilmember Luskowiak?
This is tough, but I'm going to say aye.
Councilmember Yeruko?
No.
Councilmember Stoyl?
No.
Councilmember at-large Weiser?
No, the resolution has not received sufficient support and is lost.
So we're not using,
Is there any additional new business this evening? Okay, I understand there's a need for an executive session to discuss matters of pending litigation. Is that correct, Attorney Raimondo?
Yes, Mr. Reiser.
Okay. Is there a motion to enter into executive session for the purpose of discussing matters of pending litigation? Moved by Councilmember Yeruko. Is there a second? Seconded by Councilmember Stoyl. Before we vote on this, I'd like the public to know we will not be taking any public action after we conclude the executive session, so there's no need to stay unless you care to. Clerk, please call the roll.
Councilmember Luskowiak?
Aye.
Councilmember Yeruko?
Aye.
Councilmember Stoyl?
aye.
Councilmember at-large Weiser?
Aye, the motion carries. And we will now enter into executive session. For the record, the time is 6:02 p.m. I'd ask that the Mayor, Attorney Raimondo, and the council please convene in the Mayor's conference room.
Is that okay?
Thank you, everyone.